What's up, lads? We are the two Gooners. We are the two Gooners, everybody. Um, Mr. Man on the right, Rishi Kurada, he's the Gooner himself, and I am the Tottenham fan. You can see, no context nidus. I'm also a Gooner, just not in the same way. So, you have any words for yourself?
Screw it, that is the fucking intro. All right, people, welcome to the podcast. We've got a Gooner and a professional Gooner. All right.
We do.
Let's just start it off. Super Cup review. Tottenham. How can I just say? There's three things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and a Spursy performance. We love to see it. Nidus. I'm not calling you Nidus. It's Leo. Come on.
How do you feel, Sonny? You know that you're a melt. You know that, right? You're a wanker. You're a straight up melt. You loser. You guys have the audacity. Fucking won the Emirates Cup. The Crystal Palace won the Community Shield, the FA Cup. Chelsea won the Club World Cup Conference League. We won the Europa League. What you guys win?
You still balled a 2-0 lead. You still balled a 2-0 lead. I will admit, I am heartbroken to a certain degree. I thought last 10 minutes, we lost focus completely, especially in like high intensity games like this. That's where I think the João Paella signing was probably one of the best that we've had this transfer window, because you look at our other midfielders, you look at Bentancur, you look at Sarr, you look at Bergvall, none of them have that off-ball knowledge, that off-ball defensive knowledge specifically to compete in these games. So when we took off Paella, the defense was shocking in those last 10 minutes. Let me just say that. To be honest, I'm giving you a lot of stick, but I want to start with the negatives because obviously that's the game plan, isn't it? But there are positives to take. I will say, I think by the 85th minute, it came out that Tottenham actually ran like 6 more miles than PSG, which is mad impressive. And I think that is a Thomas Frank system. Say the signings you guys are making, it is dangerous. I think the lack of tenaciousness to just finish the game off, kind of like in the last 5 minutes, showed. But a good 85 minutes at the end, it's actually not bad.
I mean, at the end of the game, everyone was out of stamina. No player on Tottenham was, at least fit to undergo that whole process with the, wing backs, whether it be Jed Spence and Pedro Porro, or a lot of what Mohamed Kudus did today was, it took a lot of energy. It took a lot of, hard work from the entire team, and that's where I think in the last 10 minutes we just fell off. But if I had to pick out a couple of players, or not players, but, some negatives from this game, I'd say for me, my number one was Matt Tell. We cannot go about without talking about that Matt Tell penalty miss. And when he came on, he just did nothing. He did nothing for Tottenham today. Obviously, I'm going to stick by him. Obviously, I'm not going to throw hate at him, but he hasn't been anything convincing for that $50 million, $40 million price tag that we bought him for from Bayern Munich. It's been quite shocking, I'm not going to lie, but I do see the potential. I think in a couple months when he truly settles into this Thomas Frank system, he'll be good. He'll be a good either backup option for Solanke or either a good backup option on the wing, but I just don't see it right now, man.
Why is he grabbing all the attention then?
Because that penalty miss.
I know, but
it was horrid.
Realistically, I agree. It's peak, but people miss pens in it. It's not like the entire performance should be okay. Not to obviously have my Arsenal bias in, but I feel like the focus should be on the last 6-10 minutes of the game.
Of course, and Mickey Van de Ven's also to kind of fault a little bit. I think the second goal was his fault, and he also missed the penalty as well. We can't.
Hey, he missed the pen as well.
He missed the penalty. I'm not saying he scored though. Mickey Van de Ven.
I agree. But my point is, it's not like you guys have okay. I know you lost the game because Tell
It's not because of Tell.
Lose the game.
It's not because of Tell. I'm not saying it's because of Tell. I'm saying he's one of the reasons. He's one of the many reasons what went wrong in those last 10, 15 minutes. Vicario as well for me. I mean, penalty shootout, just didn't dive the right way on any of them. Just didn't. He just didn't. His long ball distribution today just wasn't that good. I feel like Richarlison saved him a lot of those times. Partially with that is Ousmane Dembele's pressing. This man is the Ballon d'Or winner. He is going to win the Ballon d'Or. There's no way about it. He's going to win. I mean, just alone on that pressing on Vicario today, how many mistakes he caused, just fantastic. And then that assist as well to get the PSG the equalizer. he's impressive, man.
Yeah, I mean, we will obviously talk about PSG as well. I mean, by the way, I will say I think PSG are going to drop off a bit this season. I don't see them going the same way, but they still pulled it out. I mean, I know we've talked a lot about the shit that went wrong. What is the biggest thing you took away? Because I will say there are, like, for me, if I was a Tottenham fan, it's peak. We've lost the game. Like, it is peak. Like, you guys just came off a Europa League win. You won the Super Cup with a new manager. It's gonna get you going for the new season. It's peak. Like, I get it, but there are actually really good positives to take, and it pains me to say that, but there are.
Oh, there are. Set piece wise, we haven't really ever been a team that's been able to conduct set pieces to that extent. Look at all our games pretty much last year. We were getting dominated on set pieces. Other teams. You look at Arsenal fucking versus Tottenham. What happened there? Who scored? Gabriel or Saliba? Which one?
Gabriel, the big number 6.
Yeah, you fucking wanker. Okay. Now, Kudus I'd say set piece wise, we were fantastic. Both our goals came from it. The height delivery, the physicality in the box. That was amazing. Kudus was also fantastic today. I cannot stress how much I love this man, how much he shows his dedication for the badge. His pressing was amazing. He was great against Nuno Mendes, which is a very hard task to do. You know that with how Saka played against him. But his work rate, energy, strength, all of it was just fantastic, man. I mean, Jed Spence was also fantastic. Dare I say at this moment, I think I'd rather him play over Udogie. I think he could be one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League this season. At least top 5 for me if he gets the guaranteed game time.
Yeah, I mean, Jed Spence is an interesting one. Do you think he's top 5 in the league?
I think Antonio Conte should be beheaded for what he did to Jed Spence without not playing him. We bought him and he just pushed him to the sideline. He has so much talent and it was just wasted for 3 years. I think given it, he will be better than Lewis Smelly and Hey, he's 18 years old. He gets into a ton of reckless challenges. How many red cards, how many yellow cards has he had already?
No. Let's chill out. By the way, one was rescinded. Let's pipe down.
Oh, one was rescinded, guys.
Also, he was nominated for the Ballon d'Or Copa trophy the other day. Let's chill out, all right? Piss
fair
off,
play.
bro.
I'm being. He has a great potential, great future. Is he, the quality, the caliber that Arsenal, are aspiring to be at right now?
Dude, come on.
He's not
crazy.
He's not a Premier League. He is not a Premier League winning fullback. He is not a fullback that is, gonna be like the best in a Premier League squad. How do I say that? He's just not up to the standard yet. I think he has the potential to be, just not yet of the Arsenal players that are in the team, other than Martinelli.
Okay, I know the focus is on Spurs, you twat, but if we're talking about it, Lewis Kelly is not a... Like, if you look at the Arsenal team and you go, oh, that's the reason we're not going to win the title, Lewis Kelly's one of the last positions you look at.
No, yeah. I mean, Arsenal have so many defenders that it's hard to, fault the defense. You can never fault the defense. If you want to fault somebody, you fault the attack. You fault specifically how he's been playing this preseason, Martinelli. I mean, the fact that you guys haven't gone out and signed a world-class winger. Madueke is not that yet. Not that at all. Nowhere near that. I think a couple years down the line, maybe. Will he get in the Arsenal squad regularly enough? I don't know. Especially with Max Dowman, Nwaneri, We'll see for Madueke. I feel like it was interesting, though. 50 million for him was just... That's a lot.
You know what? I'm gonna say this now, yeah. If we sign Madueke at the end of the summer transfer, at the end of the summer window, and we already got Gyökeres,
mate, you've already signed him
by then. No, I'm telling you. Listen, just listen for a second, all right? If we signed Madueke at the end of the window, when we'd already got our players in, when we already got our players in, no one would actually be saying a word. I think it's the fact that people.
Are you serious? You guys have signed Zubimendi and Gyökeres. I will admit.
But Madueke's not coming in. Look, I actually do like him a lot. I think he had a good appearance the other day. It's not like when Arteta signed him, we all were like, oh, he's gonna be our starting winger. We knew that we were in the market for Eze. It seemed like you twats across the road actually might take him, which is gonna kill me. But we were in for Eze. It was reported Eze first before Madueke. If we got the Eze deal over the line first, and then Madueke comes in, no one would be complaining. Because Madueke is then looked at as a solid rotation option. But it's the fact that, we've got Martinelli now, and Madueke, which, by the way, the left-hand side is not his strong-suited side, which is the worrying part, because we've signed basically a backup for Saka, which we needed. We always needed a backup for Saka. But we've prioritized that over the left winger, which is why everyone's losing their minds.
I don't know. I feel like if you still signed him wherever, regardless in the transfer window, people would look at that fee and be like, he's not cut out for it.
You can't control the fee, though.
You cannot control the fee, especially with how it's been moving this transfer window. It's been moving mad. You see players like Ekitike, Šeško going for, over 70 million? Longo going for, 50 mil? Or something like that?
55 mil, yeah.
It's ridiculous. But he has potential. He has a lot of potential. I'll admit that. But right now, it's just not like Arsenal are pushing. This is the season for them to win. This is the season for them to win a trophy at least. I don't think Madueke right now is the right move in their, what they're trying to accomplish this season. But regardless, let's go back to Tottenham. Let's talk about Pap Sarr. Because this preseason, he has been honestly performing at one of the best rates.
Are you just saying that because you just scored a bloody goal against...
No. I'm not saying that because of the Arsenal goal. I'm genuinely saying that because especially today as well, in that kind of makeshift, 10 role with Kudus behind Richarlison, where they both played, he was amazing. I have such high hopes for him this season. And then you look at our center backs. You look at Van de Ven and Romero. They're one of, if not the best center back pairing in the Prem this season.
Don't say if. Don't say. Don't.
Argue with a wall with me, mate. Argue with a wall.
It's not the best. It's not the best. You can say it one of, but it's not the best. It's not the best. There's no argument for it to be the best. There's no argument. I'm sorry.
There definitely is an argument.
No, but how? What's the proof? Gabriel and Saliba have done it twice in a row. I'm
saying, Gabriel and Saliba they're already established. I'm saying at the end of this season, we will see Romero and Mickey Van de Ven because they barely play together. They haven't had a lot of game time together.
Saliba, you can't say they're the best.
Well, I'm saying at the end of this season, they will be. I'm being so genuine. They will be. I feel like our attack is gonna lack a little bit this season, especially with James Maddison and Kulusevski out. I'm not including us signing Savinho or Eze yet. If we do, then I think
you should. I think you should. Realistically, you are gonna sign one of them. Let's put all this shit aside.
You think there's no realistically with Daniel Levy. There's no realistically with this man.
You're giving him a lot of shit, but he's done well this window.
Are you serious? What are you talking about? He's done well this window. But we've been in discussions with Eze for 2 years in a row and nothing.
No. This Eze thing is so different because you guys had no Champions League football to ever even sway his mind. There was nothing on the table. Now you've got something on the table.
We had Europa League last season.
Yeah, that was tough.
Okay,
sick.
No.
Yeah, that is a sick offer for a player like Eze.
It's a project.
Hey, buddy, we got Europa League and we're 17th. Yeah, come to the team.
No, it's a project. It was a project.
Right. And now you're in the end of the project where you can actually give a good offer.
No, we are not in the end of the project.
But I'm saying you're in the phase where you can make offers like this because of Champions League football.
Yes, but it's not like I feel like Eze would have wanted to join. It's not like I feel like it's Daniel Levy not wanting to spend the money. It's going to be 60 mil for Eze, and then Savinho City are asking for excess of 50, 70 mil maybe. It's a lot of money to be spending.
I think that's a bad signing, though.
Savinho?
Yeah.
Neither do I. I like it. I would prefer it.
Then put the fee aside, though.
I could give less than 2 shits about the fee. I do not care about the fee. It's not my club. Daniel Levy, pay it. I don't care. The only problem is he won't. I know Enoch have imported more money into the club, apparently, but I hope we can actually do this, because if we can, that cements ourselves as like a big club. If we get Kudus, if we get Eze, if we get Savinho, 3 great, young, promising attackers.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, the reason I said Daniel Levy did well is because you guys got Kudus in, and then I think one of the most underrated signings that's gone low-key under the radar, which it's not like so underrated, but João Palhinha is an absolute steal. Like,
No,
it
he
is a
is.
steal. This
He
guy,
is.
like 2 years ago, was flirting with the biggest clubs in Europe. Like,
He,
he obviously couldn't get that move to Bayern right away, but then he eventually got it. At the time, he was one of the best DMs in the world. Like, he was at the time. He hasn't got the best of seasons at Bayern, but it is a steal and a half. This guy's a proven player. Like, that
he
is a good
is.
signing.
He had the most tackles in the Prem, 2 seasons ago for Fulham? It's hard for him to find this form again, though. Against Bayern in the first preseason game, he was pretty rubbish. Let's say that. But then again today, I thought he was vital to that midfield. That defensive presence in that midfield is something that Tottenham have been missing for so long. You look at Basuma, you look at Bentancur, you look at who else in that midfield. But how long has it been since we've had that presence? Has it been since Wanyama? Maybe. Has it been since Victor
Wanyama.
Musa
Yeah.
Dembele, Victor Wanyama? We needed him, and he was a great signing, and he's gonna fit in well with this Thomas Frank system. But I think I feel like that's enough for the Super Cup review.
Yeah. I mean, one last question, though. In terms of Tottenham itself, Savinho or Eze, one of them.
Both.
No, but if you had to pick one,
If I had to pick one,
yeah,
like life or death situation,
life or death situation.
I don't know, man.
For me, I feel like there is somewhat of a clear answer.
I mean, I don't want to wait. I genuinely don't want to wait until James Madison or Kulu comes back from injury, because then that's our Champions League campaign done. That's our campaign quite literally done. We have no 10 in that situation. Kudus can play there, but then what are we going to have? We're going to have Brennan Johnson on the right, and then Odo Bear, Mattis Tell on the left. We need a left winger badly. We need someone to replace Son, but
The number 10 is lacking as well.
we've been linked with him for so long. I would love Eze, man, and he in that Crystal Palace formation as well. He drifts out to the left wide position. If we need, he can play that left wing perfectly. Not a touchline player, not on like the byline, but drift in a little bit more, make that like kind of left wing cam, that makeshift role there. He'd be perfect.
Yeah, it's got bad in it. Like, you guys dying for a cam. And you know what? The thing with Eze as well is the makeshift Pape Sarr thing, like, somewhat worked today. Eze can also play out on the left. Like, exactly. He's literally got that perfect versatility. And it's going to pain me if you guys get him. It's going to absolutely kill me off if you guys get him.
I hope you get him.
Because I think he's one of the... Like, I think he would be a perfect signing for both of us. But it's going to fucking kill me.
You think he's better than Odegaard? After this season, I genuinely think he is.
He had a better season. I don't know if you compare both their peaks. No, actually, no. If you compare both their peaks, Odegaard, for me, is like miles ahead.
Odegaard, Odegaard hasn't peaked yet. He's what? How old is he? 25? 26?
25, I think, yeah.
He still has plenty more good football to play. It's just, I don't know what happened to him last season. Confidence, injuries, maybe? I
think, dude, also, something that not a lot of people notice. The guy came back a lot skinnier from the summer coming off last summer. I don't know if that actually played a big impact. Then he got injured as well. But like,
really,
Odegaard was you'd see you'd see Odegaard have a pop from about 25 yards, sometime bag it in. Like, he has this classic shot where he goes bottom right from cutting on the left. Mm-hmm. The guy was non-existent when it came to that. Like, it was so predictable nowadays that because the one thing we're crying out for is, shoot the fucking ball. Like, just get rid of the ball. But this guy's obviously trying to pass the ball. It's a classic Wenger ball. Like, he's trying to pass the ball in every single time. Teams now know what to expect. Hopefully now that he's got Gyökeres, we're not constantly relying on Saka to have the output. Hopefully Odegaard and Gyökeres learn how to play with each other. But, we'll see. That is a perfect segue, though, huh? Segue? What's the word? Segue?
Segue. That is.
Segue, that's the one. Premier League predictions. Oh, my God. Football's back, Leo. I'm not calling it that, but football is officially back.
2 more days. 2 more days.
And with that comes Premier League predictions. We've got the classic Sky Sports predictions over here, all right? We got Premier League champions. Then we got 2nd to 5th. Yeah, 2nd to 5th because the Champions League football is now 5th place as well. 6th place Europa League. 7th place Conference League. We've got 3 relegated teams. 1 team that we think is going to underperform. 1 team that we think is going to overperform. The best signing, top scorer, and the player to watch.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Start from the top, yeah?
Okay. Who wants to go first? You?
It's gonna show both on the screen at the same time.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Premier League champions, we've got. I'm back in the mighty Arsenal, and you're back in Liverpool.
No, this is the exact reason why podcast equipment needs a tax on it, because people like you get this thing. No, people like you get on mic, get a podcast, get a camera, and think they can do this shit. You have Arsenal winning the league. Please run me through it. Run me through.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna be one of those. I'm not gonna be biased. I am biased when I say it, but I'm not gonna have like a biased explanation where I'm saying we're the best team in the world. I'm obviously gonna back the team because it would pain me to say any other team otherwise. But I think this season is somewhat make or break because we've set the bar so high nowadays, and now we've actually got the team to potentially reach that bar. Last season was annoying because part of me saying that I think it wasn't in our hands a bit, but I think Liverpool were just that good. Like regardless, like they were just that good.
I think if any season was in your hands, it was 23-24. That was the
23-24 was probably the one. Yeah, some people may say 22-23 because we were about like 9 points clear at one point, but like realistically, we set the bar so high that season. Like if anyone told me by the beginning of that season, oh, you're gonna come top 4. I would have been like, oh my God, outrageous. Like, I would have taken that any day. If then someone told me, oh, you're going to challenge the title against the City team that just came off last season, I'd punch in the face. Like, I would tell you what the hell's wrong with you. But we did it anyway, and we set the standard so high. And the season after that, brilliant season again. We were 1 win short. Son couldn't have any ball, so that let us down. No, I'm joking. It was in our hands the entire time. We lost to Villa as well. Last season, injuries did kill us off, but at the same time, no one actually talks about that much. Our summer window going into last season was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. We could have actually, like, injuries killed us off the same way Tottenham had injuries, but the issue is, if we had a squad to deal with it, I think we could have won the title easily. We didn't get a second striker.
First off, it's not the same way. People love to say this, but Tottenham had one of the most injury-ridden squads in the entire world.
But we got injuries as well.
We were playing Archie Gray.
I know Archie Gray at center back. I know. I
will admit that you were injury ridden as well. I gotta disagree with you here though. Arsenal are not. They're not over the hump yet. I think Zubimendi is honestly a fantastic signing that went under the radar. This man was linked to Barcelona because they wanted him to replace Busquets and Liverpool.
Yeah,
he is such a good player, and he's going to fit in well with this Arsenal system. I assume you'd have Odegaard and then Rice above him in that midfield.
Last one. Yeah.
But it's not there yet. It's just not there yet.
Hold on. What is the... Okay, I'll give my reasoning for why we think we're going to win it. But what is the reasoning why you're so sure that we're not going to win it?
Because Liverpool. Because Liverpool are a team. Because Liverpool exists.
Is this Liverpool team better than that Centurions team or that team that competed with Liverpool or the Liverpool 97 points team? Like
this Liverpool team is better than the Liverpool team last year, and the Liverpool team last year won the title. So any right-minded person will back them again. No other team has improved enough. Actually, I'll back up on that.
We have improved.
You've improved enough, I think, to compete or even win against the Liverpool team last year. But with the additions Liverpool have made this year, I think it's clear. I think it's clear again.
But if we got on the left wing, like you said that we would, is that like still in our hands, you think?
I think if you got Rodrigo, it'd be very close. Or Eze, yes, or Eze. I think it'd be very close. I still think I'd pick Liverpool, though.
But here's my thing, right? I think you're like obviously Liverpool actually had injuries. I'm not gonna say they didn't, but they were nowhere near injured as the rest of the teams.
Sure.
Last season we saw Arsenal like obviously we like by week 32 it was done. Like we can say it was officially done by week 35. By week 32 or 31 it was done. But we took them to 31 weeks with a team that was at one point we had Marino and Ranieri and Sterling up top for about 3 weeks. Yeah. You know how outrageous that is? And now we potentially have the chance to keep let's say even if Gyökeres gets injured, like we all like people all meme him, but Havertz was our starting striker for that 23-24 season, and we almost won the league.
I think Havertz is very under. You know, when you were talking earlier about how Odegaard came back much skinnier, what I've noticed with Havertz. Oh my God!
Look at his transformation.
He when he came into Arsenal, this man was one of the skinniest players alive. Now
I know, yeah.
He's jacked up to a degree.
Did you see that goal, by the way, the other day against Athletic Bilbao?
Congrats, man. Was that the Emirates Cup again? Yeah. Pipe down, buddy. Pipe down. No, but I honestly, I think Arsenal are going to compete. That's why I think it's a good segue. That's why I have them second in my 2nd to 5th predictions.
I've got Liverpool second.
And you've got Liverpool second. But I just don't see them. I don't see. It's in your nature. It's in your nature to finish second, man. I think it's happening again. The Prem is very different this season, I will admit. Liverpool has...
I think this might be the hardest one to predict. I will be honest.
It is. Liverpool has some great signings. I think Ekitike may have been overpaid. May have been, overspent on. A little bit.
Great goal the other day, though.
Great goal the other day. Wirtz is going to be a magician. He's going to be...
electric.
Probably coming into this Liverpool team, top 3 players in the Prem. That's a tough one to actually judge right there. Top 5, top. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It is tough. I've got 3 in my head right away. Does
Haaland,
Saka, Isak.
Isak.
Sorry, no. Sorry, I don't know why Saka actually slipped out. I didn't mean Saka. Haaland, Salah, Isak. Shit, I don't know why that slipped out.
Yes. Haaland, Salah, Isak are better.
This is my bias just coming out.
Said Saka. I was about to say, oh my God. I was about to end the pod right here. And another
low key though.
Nope.
Is Mikel Merino up there?
I think Max Dowman's getting close.
Oh my God, that Max Dowman for Ballon d'Or. Anyway, though, yeah, but it's got to be Salah, Haaland, Isak. Wirtz, don't get me wrong, Wirtz is world class, but can you come in? There's only a few players I see that come into the Prem and just automatically top 3.
You're Indian.
I don't know. Yeah, did it?
Come into the Prem. No. I agree. I think it's gonna be a very hard challenge for him, especially to live up to that price tag. What is he? He's the most expensive player in Prem history now, right?
Is that right? 150.
He is. He is the most expensive player in Prem history.
Yeah.
For him to live up to that, he's going to have to be one of the best Prem players in the past 10 years. And
okay, but we don't need to set that bar from now.
We don't need to set that bar.
It's a tough bar. Like,
and
this
I think
what kills players off.
It takes in this Liverpool squad. It takes so much more pressure off of him to perform, especially with Salah, with Ekitike, with their attack, with their midfield. It takes so much more pressure because this squad is better than that Leverkusen squad. That Leverkusen squad was good. This squad is going to be able to support him much better, though. And he's going to have that freedom in that midfield to create, to play make, to do whatever he wants. And we're going to see the best out of him. Maybe not this season, but in the future for Liverpool.
I think it's actually a mad good thing that he's got a player coming with him as well, with Frimpong. Like that's a big step for him. Like he's not coming into the squad like
especially in the locker room.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, I think the top 2 for us were pretty set. Mm. We've got a slightly different second half of that top 5. A little switch. I'm actually, as much as it fucking pains me, I'm actually backing Tottenham to get 5th. And then I've got City at 4th, and then I am gonna put Chelsea at 3rd. Which is a bit off, but I'm putting Chelsea at 3rd. And you've got City at 3rd.
I've got City 3rd, Chelsea 4th, and then
Aston Villa.
It's Aston Villa. It's not I wouldn't say it's a surprise to the extent
that is a surprise.
I don't think so. I don't. What they just finished. What they finished last year? 6th or 5th? They finished.
They are not in the Champions League. Newcastle got 5th.
They finished 6th. They finished 6th. And Newcastle have dropped off.
Aston Villa have signed nobody this summer.
Listen.
They've got no signings of real caliber.
I still think.
And by the way, they're about to lose one of their best players. Jacob
Ramsey. Are you serious? Did you just say Jacob Ramsey is one of their best players?
Come on.
Did you just say Jacob Ramsey is one of their best players?
No, but you think Villa without a significant transfer signing so far are gonna with Europa League football as well. Like this, we got to take this into account, which may be why it's like a bit weird for me to say Tottenham might get fifth because they've got Champions League and Premier League football to compete for. Aston Villa have got Europa League now and the Premier League. I think their best route for Champions League football is actually the Europa League. I don't think it's going to be this top 5.
Maybe, but I think Aston Villa have some of the best squad depth in the entire Prem. You look at how many players they've signed over these past few years.
Yeah.
And you look at their star man right now, Morgan Rogers. I think he's so
good, by the way.
So good, so underrated, kind of amongst the world's wonder kids. Nobody really everyone's so focused on Lamine Yamal this, Lamine Yamal that. I'm not saying Morgan Rogers is as good, obviously. Lamine Yamal is one of a kind, but Morgan Rogers is such a phenomenal talent, and I think this Aston Villa team, we saw what they did. We saw what they did even in Champions League football. They took PSG almost to the brim, almost to the brink of it.
Yeah, they are good, to be fair.
A lot of people are gonna say they'll be down. They won't have as good of a season. I'm still backing them, and it's a bit of a shock for me as well not to have Tottenham in this top 5.
It is a shock, and before we get that shock though, we did have a little switch up between City and Chelsea. We did back City over Chelsea in the top 4 race at least, or the top 3.
I do. I think City have made some fantastic signings this summer transfer window, man. Ait Nori at that left back has been consistently one of the best fullbacks. Reinders. Oh man, don't even get me started on Reinders. I could talk about him for like hours on end. He is such a phenomenal player, and I think I have my doubts about him, but I think Jedke will be. He'll be a good player.
Based off sole transfer fee, it probably has to be the bargain of the window, right? Just sole transfer fee.
Probably. I think there was another big bargain though. Not as young, but someone for Wolves that we'll get back to later.
Yeah.
We could see. We could talk about that later. Don't worry. I do like Chelsea's signings though this transfer window. I think João Pedro will be.
João Pedro, oh my God, he's been so good this preseason.
He'll be good. Estevao is a wonder kid. Jamie Bino Giddens is also very good from that one game I saw again for him. One of the best take on dribblers I'd say that I've seen.
His end product is slowly getting better and better. But as a winger, that's what you want. It's direct, what I mean. I think they've got a good squad, and I'm good. You know what? Normally I would put City over Chelsea. I think you're probably going to be right at the end of the season. The only reason I've got Chelsea now is their preseason for me has been that good.
Yeah.
That it's for me like such a shame for me. Like, and I'm just coming from an Arsenal fan. I could easily say, oh, Chelsea are going to drop off. Like maybe like they had a few spells last season where they were bottling it a bit, but they got it back. And I'd love to see that happen again. But the preseason has been that good. And for me, obviously, this is a different conversation. I'm not the biggest fan of the Club World Cup as a tournament, as a trophy.
It's interesting right now. Now. A lot of people don't like it because players don't get a rest. Whatever, blah. It's in the U.S. People say it's money laundering or whatever, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought the games were good. You won't ever get to see. When are you ever going to go tune into the Brazilian League? When are you ever going to go tune into the Saudi League, really, to go see Al Hilal? You're not. I thought it was a good way to showcase all these clubs. I think it may be like and it needs a little bit of work, but Chelsea shouldn't have been in it. They shouldn't have been in it in the first place. That 2020 World Cup that 2020 Champions League.
Yeah.
How does that qualify?
But I think, the system is something to do with the last 5 years, right? I think that is what it is. Yeah. But anyway, they qualify whatever it is, and they like a lot of the people can say that they got an easy run to the final. I'm actually gonna say somewhat the opposite in the sense that you can only beat what's in front of you. Like yes, exactly. they had the teams that were not the highest caliber. We had Real versus City, I think, at one point. So we had like bigger matchups. Chelsea can play what's in front of them. And then when it came to the final, they put their big boy boots on. They smoked PSG, probably the best team in the world at that time. And then even after that, Chelsea have gone on to have a brilliant preseason. I've gone third, but I think you will be right. At the end of the season. I think
Colwell is also a big loss for them, but we'll see.
Big time.
We'll see how they can adjust to that. I also think that
they brought in Hato as well, which is I think is a good signing.
Very good signing.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, I think the top 4 are pretty much set between us.
Yeah.
Like I think that was pretty obvious. Now it comes to fifth place. You said you think Villa. I think Tottenham, and it's a weird one.
It is a weird one. And then, I've already talked about Villa. I think they have the depth to actually do it. Champions League, competing Champions League, all the cup competitions, Prem. It's very tough. I think it's going to be especially tough on Tottenham this season with our lack of real depth. You saw in the game today, in the Super Cup game today, Tell came on, Archie Gray came on. When Archie Gray comes on, we kind of feel lackluster in that defense. That defense starts becoming like, he's too skinny. I'm gonna come out and say he's too skinny. I think he has potential to be one of the best defensive-minded players that in football, honestly. A couple years down the line, I think he has the potential to become really good. Right now, though, he's still a boy. He's not a man.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't want to put Tottenham in, but I do think part of me is saying that Tottenham will get it. But then there's the other part of me saying you've got Champions League football to also.
I think
the games nowadays are like the 3 games a week is on average is. It killed Arsenal off in the first season, especially when playing Europa League. That's how Saliba got injured. I remember in our first ever title charge. It is tough, but I will say, you've in a long while, especially off of the fact that you guys have won a trophy, and I feel like that pressure's finally gone.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you won a trophy every year, but that like 15 years of pressure is finally basically gone. You've also got a really good Premier League proven manager that knows how to manage a squad. I
like Thomas Frank a lot.
Player, like a how do you say it? Like a
player development.
He's probably one of the best managers in the world when it comes to coaching players one-on-one.
Exactly.
I truly believe that. He gets the best out of players. I think this could be one where Tottenham scrapes out of fifth.
I could see it. I feel like you're thinking if we get Eze.
If that is unconditional, I agree. Yes.
If it's Eze or Savinho, or maybe both. You never know. If it's them, I think we get fifth also. But moving on to that, I think for my sixth is where I put Tottenham because I'm saying without Eze, without Savinho right now, it's looking pretty grim. I do think we'll get one of them, but
I think it will, and I think that one of them will cause you to get fifth. But as of right now, it's we're recording on the 14th of August. Who knows? There could be a here we go in the next 4 hours that we don't know about.
You never know. You
never know. As of right now, they haven't signed him. So based off going off that, I would actually agree. I think Tottenham, if somehow they don't sign anyone, top 5 is tough.
Mm-hmm.
But you've basically got them saying we're going to compete for fifth. If not, they're going to come off to sixth.
I think so. I think we're in that 5 to 7 range. I don't think we'll finish 7th. I think we'll have a very good year very good. I mean, very good bounce back year from last year in the Prem specifically. I'll say that.
And then off of that, interestingly, you've got Newcastle 7th, and I've got Newcastle 6th.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Because are you saying they're gonna deal with Champions League and then fall off in the Prem?
I don't know what's gonna happen with Isak. I think that's my main deteriorator for them. If he doesn't play, I feel like that'll be a huge loss for them, and they have to replace him quickly. They cannot.
They are
keep
looking
playing.
at someone. No, am I tripping?
I think they were looking at Nicholas Jackson.
No. Don't look at Nicholas Jackson. I swear they were looking at someone for around 40 mil. Maybe I'm completely hallucinating.
I can't think of it.
But realistically, they're gonna make it back. They're gonna sign a striker anyway. They're gonna sign one.
They're gonna sign one. Can he fill in Isak's shoes immediately?
No.
I do think though, Anthony Gordon, Elanga, Harvey Barnes.
Oh my God.
Great, wingers there. That's a great attack. The midfield is also fantastic. Bruno Guimaraes, how you pronounce this guy's last name, man? Sandro Tonali. Who else you got on there? Jolinton? Why not? Chuck him in there. Lewis Miley. I think
they've just got Rammers, by the way. They've got Aaron Ramsdale in the back.
Right.
Come on.
Five down with that. That might get them relegated now. No, I think they'll have a good season, but with this whole Isak controversy, and if he does go, they'll drop down a bit. You have a pretty interesting pick, and I actually love it. I'm not gonna lie. I actually love the pick.
Are you talking about my 7th place pick?
I am talking about your 7th place pick.
I think they could pull it out, and I'll tell you why. I heavily fuck with Brian's philosophy when it comes to dealing with transfers. I really like it, and especially the club management. They've got a young manager in, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say I've seen many of the players they've signed. I'm not gonna be that mental guy. Yeah, I saw Niels Ramming from Frankfurt. Like I'm not. Like I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah,
But the issue is, this is more of me trusting Brighton's philosophy over the last few years, which is invest in these smaller players based off their system with a young coach, and it's worked out. And the fact that they're not competing in any European competition while the other teams are.
that's true.
I think this could. And by the way, like weird one. I only saw him in the championship playoff final. Tommy Watson's is back at Brighton,
The
which is
Sunderland kid, right?
the Sunderland kid who scored in the
Yep.
final. He looks like a baller. I didn't see him throughout the season. He looks like a baller. I think they've got a good shot.
I think so too. I think I'm kind of uncertain with them, which is why I didn't place him here. I would have placed him 7th. In all honesty, I would have placed him 7th.
Yeah.
I'm uncertain with Baleba, whatever. I'm
If
uncertain
he
with
goes
him.
to United.
If he goes to United, the team, 100%, the scouting team, 100% has someone in the Brighton squad to replace him. You've seen what they did with Caicedo. They brought in Baleba. They blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm uncertain, especially after João Pedro as well. I think Rudder is a good striker option. I think Danny Welbeck is still. You can never fault a Danny Welbeck, prem appearance, man.
Mate, Danny Welbeck is an absolute bowler.
You will
That's
never
what he
forget
is.
Welle, bro. Welle was one of a kind, man. But I can respect the Brighton 7th pick. I can 100% respect it.
But they also have lost one of their best players, which in João Pedro. I do think I think when it comes to dealing with losing players, I think they might be the best team in the Premier League when it comes to that. If not top 3.
How many have they lost to Chelsea, man? How many have Chelsea bought from them?
Yeah, they've lost Bear.
They've lost a ridiculous
they know
amount.
They know how to deal with it. And then obviously you've got Newcastle 7th, which makes sense from your spiel before.
Uh-huh.
Much needs to be said then, or no?
I think we move on to the next one, right?
We're good. All right, relegated. This, by the way, when I looked at the spreadsheet, I was caught off by you. You really spoiled me, and here's why. Both of us have got Leeds and Burnley. We're saying Sunderland to stay up.
Yep.
You've got Fulham, and I've got Wolves.
The only reason I have Fulham is because name me one player they brought in this window. You can't.
That's my logic for Wolves as well.
You can't because they haven't brought in anybody. They brought in, I think, Lecomte, the goalkeeper from Montpellier, I think, in France. That's it. They have not brought in anybody. Please don't use your Emile Smith Rowe kind of love for him.
They came. Was it 10th or 11th? They came around, I think.
I don't remember.
Is that worthwhile? That squad going down because they haven't brought someone.
And I think Brentford might have a greater shot at it. I hold that up with 2 arms because they've lost so much this transfer window. And Buemo, Thomas Frank, their manager, they brought in a set piece coach as their new manager. I don't know how that'll work out. They lost Norgard to you guys. They lost Flecken. They've lost a lot, but I don't know. I feel like a team that doesn't make any moves in the Prem, they're just bound to be calling for their heads off.
It is a tough one. I actually did have Brentford in mind, but the only reason I didn't put them in is they've got that new manager, this new geezer I've never heard about. Don't know how he's gonna react. He could actually have a splendid season or have a stinker. So it was one of those gambles. I had Wolves, a bit of a weird one, but Fulham for me is interesting.
You had Wolves 20th. You had them below.
No. I'm sorry. I actually, you're right. I had them 18th.
Okay, then you're doing it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Leeds are gonna come dead last, and then Burnley, and then Wolves.
I can understand it. Cunha is a very big loss.
That's the thing, and it is. And I actually don't know if Cunha is gonna have the same impact on United, but losing that player, and they may have replaced him. We don't know. This is the tough idea. This is based off the fact that I'm saying their signings may not live up to that. I don't think they've got They came 17th last season. No, am I tripping?
We came 17th.
Oh right, you're right. No. Yeah, you're right. I think they came 16th then.
They came
because United got 15th.
No, did West Ham finish 16th? They either came 16th or 14th, but I mean,
it was not a great showing from them last season. They came 16th. They came 16th.
They did come 16th. Yeah, okay.
They came 16th. So for me, and don't get me wrong, it's not like they were like ever edging relegation right there. They were still a good amount of points off. But with the other teams improving, Everton have improved. West Ham haven't improved like crazy, but they've gotten a few players. West Ham for me never really go down. They always flirt with relegation and come back up.
Yeah.
Wolves is one team where I'm like, hold on. Either they actually have a really good season, or it could be a blind of a season, like a stinker.
That's why, if we go to our underperformed and overperformed teams.
Yeah, you're betting on Wolves.
I'm betting on Wolves because last season when Cunha was out for a couple of games, Wolves went on a great run. They had a good run of form. Cunha was out for like 3-4 games. Wolves had a great run of form. I actually like their teams, and I like the signing that they brought in. One big signing. I like him a lot, especially from what I've seen in the Club World Cup. Jean Arias will be one of the best players in the Prem. Nah, I'm just joking. He will be one of the best signings. One of the best signings of the summer, though. I think he's so good. Even though I've only seen him for that Club World Cup and like 1 or 2 maybe Brazilian League games, I loved what I seen, and he kind of, I don't want to say, he kind of has that like Hazard kind of build. Kind of has that like Chelsea Hazard build.
There's a lot of potential to play with. There is.
There's a lot of potential, but he's old. Not old in the fact he's 28 years old, 29 years old.
Yeah. But I'm saying for that Wolves team, there's a good amount of potential to play with.
Exactly.
It's tough because I'm gambling on Wolves to go down. You're gambling on Wolves to play well. Realistically, what's a good season for Wolves then? If you're saying overperformed, where do you think they'll finish?
12th. I'll say because a lot of people are flirting.
Overperformance?
I don't have really a lot of other options. I think a lot of people are flirting with them for relegation. So I think that if they could finish like 10th to like 13th, 10th to 14th, that's a good season for them. Especially,
you think they're gonna make headlines as an overperforming team when they come 12th or 13th?
I don't really
we're gonna
have.
Look at that team and go, wow, what a season for Wolves! Wow, tremendous. They got 13th. I mean, can you imagine the scenes? They got 13th. Like, come on, who's gonna be saying that? That is a PR pick and a half.
Who else? Okay, I'll give you my like 8 to 10 right now, real quick or something. I think Nottingham Forest are in there. I don't know where. I think Nottingham Forest, United, and Brighton.
United's in there, yeah.
Nottingham Forest, United, and Brighton are those 3 teams for me in there.
Yeah.
Actually,
I forgot about Forest from my underperformed team, but
you think they're underperformed?
Not because of their team in the sense. It's because they've got too much to deal with. It's the first time in a while they've got Europa League, which by the way is a scandal, absolute scandal that Palace have been down to the Conference League. But that's a discussion for another day. But I think they've got too much to deal with. But yeah, so you're saying Wolves in that 10th to 13th, which is somehow an overperformance in your lovely mind. Which is fine. You in your underperformed team, you've got Palace. So, but this is my question. You haven't got Palace near or in relegation. It's not like Palace were.
It's
not like Palace were doing anything last season anyway.
I don't really.
What is an underperforming team for Palace?
My standings are very regular. There's no outliers in my standings. I think.
But how is Palace underperforming if they get 14th?
They just won the FA Cup. They just won the Community Shield. They've shown that they could. No. It's not they've shown that they can win. I think now with Conference League, and I'm saying if they lose Eze, they'll finish 13th.
They got 12th last season.
Okay, no. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Please below is underperforming.
No. What do you want me to say though? I have nobody else. You want me to say West Ham? Okay, technically Fulham, because I said Fulham would get relegated.
Yes, that is your team.
No. I still think
you're predicting Fulham to go from 11th to 18th,
okay.
and suddenly that's a smaller underperformance than Palace from 12th to 13th. What am I hearing?
It's an oddball.
They're not going to do well in the competition, so I think they're going to finish one place
they're
underneath.
gonna drop down one
That's a
spot,
good
mate.
season. Yeah.
It's okay. Fine. We can say Fulham for that, but I do think Crystal Palace in all competition. Let's no.
You just said they're going to finish 13th.
All right, fine, whatever, man. You know what? Let's talk about your picks. We already talked about
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Yeah,
Aston Villa.
You've explained that.
I think not many signings at all to back them up, and now they've got what are they playing in? Champions League? No.
Europa League.
Nothing.
Villa's in the Europa League.
Yeah, Villa Europa League. I think that's gonna hurt them as well. Which I will say though, they've got the Europa League master when it comes to winning it. But I do think they've shot themselves in the foot with no signings. But not much needs to be said there. Best signing, You've talked about John Arias. I think I've gone with the obvious PR pick that I have.
No, it's respectable. It's respectable. Yeah. It's very respectable.
And this is off the fact that I'm gonna exclude the transfer fee. And obviously we're gonna talk about the fee, 150 mil. I don't think unless he's putting up Haaland numbers in his first season, it's very difficult to live up to the 150 mil. But regardless, I think it's a brilliant signing for Liverpool. I think they've got a number 10 for a while that is world-class proven. I think he will be the best signing because he's coming into a team that's already thriving, which could be a downfall in some regards for some players, but it's going to be an easier transition than coming into a United, even an Arsenal or a Tottenham. Like, it's a much more easier transition to make. I think it's a pretty easy one to...
It is.
There's not much discussion there.
There's not. He's going to have so much freedom in that Liverpool team. I see big things for him this season.
And Premier League top scorer, we've gone for the same player, which is interesting because he got third place last season, though.
I mean, you can't. Are you ever gonna bet against Haaland? Like realistically, would you ever bet against him?
I wouldn't. The only thing that's weird though is for the last 3 seasons, in my mind, I'm going, all right, this is Salah's final season. Like this is Salah's final season, and the guy keeps on like somehow giving. I do think Haaland will outperform this season, which I think a lot of people say every year because they think Salah's gonna drop off, but somehow he keeps on going. Obviously, do you think Isak, if he plays, will get ahead of Haaland?
If he plays for Newcastle,
well, you got more than Haaland last season for playing for Newcastle.
I don't know. I feel like it's a tough one to judge, especially with them back in Champions League football as well. Is he gonna play every Premier League game? Probably not. I think he'll have a good season. I still think Haaland will go back to people say he's like dropped off a bit. He hasn't. City were very undermanned last year. I think Haaland will go back to his best. I think we'll see one of the best seasons out of Haaland this year.
All right. I mean, pretty simple pick. Not much discussion there. Okay, this is interesting. And I'm going to put up the screenshot of what this prick wrote on my doc. I've gone for Semenyo, and apparently that's a horrible decision. You've gone for Iliman Ndiaye. Why is Semenyo a bad pick? Hold on.
It's not a bad pick. It's just like realistically, like what's he gonna do that's gonna make him like a player to watch? Like what's gonna be like that deciding factor for him?
Logic. Bournemouth have lost
a lot. They've lost their whole defense.
Of players.
Whole defense.
In the entire back line, right? So either they have a horrible season, right? But it's oh my god, this Shakespeare's gonna be proud of what I'm about to say. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
It's easier to shine in a dark box. And Bournemouth have lost their light. And they're looking for a light. And this light could be Semenyo. And by the way, I'm not saying Semenyo is a player to watch this season. He's been good the last few seasons. Under the radar good. Mm-hmm. This guy shows up in big games. He got a hat-trick against... What team was it?
Newcastle?
May have been Newcastle. I can't remember.
It was one of those.
He got a hat-trick against one this season. But he is a dangerous player every single time I see him play. He's very good. And I think the fact that they've lost 3 players, Bournemouth will have to look to someone. Hopefully they replace their back line a bit. But they're going to have to look to someone to at least carry on that push. He signed a contract when all the players are leaving. This could be his moment for Bournemouth. And I'm not saying he's going to get top scorer, but I think when we look at the most underrated player of the season at the end of the year, I think Semenyo could be up there.
That's fair. I'll say that's fair. I still don't like. I'll say
Well, you wrote this brother said Semenyo.
I'll say I don't think he's like as good as people say. I think he's got talent. I think he's shown it on certain occasions. I do think he's still relatively clumsy sometimes, though. I think he goes into reckless he just doesn't like have like the. He's a good player, good ball striker. Not really like the world class or not world class, but good like body control about him. We'll see this season. I think he can do some damage in this Bournemouth squad, but I went Iliman Ndiaye.
Iliman Ndiaye.
And let me say why. Think of 5 better Premier League left wingers. You can't. Maybe Doku. Savinho right wing, left wing. It's weird. Doku, Cody Gakpo, Anthony Gordon. It's very difficult.
You are.
Me? Don't please don't say Martinelli. Please don't say Martinelli. I beg. I beg.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
But go on.
When's the last time Everton have had a player that's one of the best in his position in the Prem? It's been a long while, and I think NDI, their attacking threats this season, Beto, Barry, I think he's going to be their main goal scorer. I think he's going to be the one.
They've made a decent few signings, by the way, as well.
No, they have. Dewsbury Hall is great in the midfield, I think.
I think they bought it, like they confirmed the purchase of Alcaraz, didn't they?
They did. They confirmed the purchase of Alcaraz. They signed
Jack Grealish.
We'll see how he does.
I think that's a good signing.
We'll see how he does. I mean, if he's gonna is he gonna go back to his Villa days ever? No. Is he gonna?
I don't mind the Ndiaye one, but yeah.
Is he gonna be a solid player? I think so. We'll see.
But the Ndiaye show I actually don't mind because he was actually he was very good for them last season as well.
He was. I think he'll prove himself as one of the best left wingers in the Prem. He's up there already. I think he'll prove himself.
Okay, well, we're going to look back at this at the end of the season. Maybe some of us are going to be crying in the corner after we look at it. Who knows? Some of us going to bang on.
Some of us is going to be you.
Austin lifting the trophy.
Placing Arsenal first. You're going to be crying.
Come on, it's going to happen.
Tax the podcast equipment, mate.
Okay, as I've said before, football's officially back, as it should be. The break actually didn't feel that long, but, we'd love to see it.
We do.
Game week 1 predictions. First game of the season is Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Am I tripping, or does Liverpool always play the first game of the season?
Yes, typically. I thought I was so stupid. I was like, do Liverpool play their first match week? I was like, yeah, that's usually how football works.
No, maybe not actually. I have
the first
Norwich or something.
I mean they're kind of like the poster boy of the Prem, other than United. I say right now I think Liverpool are the main team right now, but
let's get into this game. We've both got them 3-0.
It's
which is interesting because we had the same win, but we had the same scoreline as well, which is surprising to me. Pretty easy. Move on. Aston Villa, Newcastle. We've gone for different results.
You said Newcastle win.
2-0.
I say Villa win. I think
this is shown in our predictions though. I've said Villa to underperform.
Exactly.
Villa to overperform.
And Isak's not going to be there before Saturday, Sunday.
He's confirmed not playing. Yeah, he's confirmed.
Exactly. I think Villa take this game.
They've still got a good enough team.
I don't think they've got a good enough attacker though. A good enough 9, a good enough striker to go up there for that. Who's going to play there? Anthony Gordon? We'll see.
Yeah, I see. Move on. Brighton, Fulham. I've gone for a draw, which makes sense from my side, but you've gone apparently Fulham to get relegated. So
I've got Fulham to get relegated, and that's not my underperformed team though. Brighton's gonna win this one. I have good hopes for Brighton this season. So do you. Pick them 7th.
I do, yeah. Which is weird because I've put them in a draw now.
They have to settle into the season. We'll see.
Yeah, I think the first week always has weird results, which is why I've got Sunderland winning against West Ham 2-0 at the Stadium of Light. You've got 1-1.
I mean, you see these two teams, do you expect a thriller?
But it's the first game of the season back in the Prem for Sunderland. And they've got
At
the
home
boy,
as well.
the man, the myth, the legend, Granit Xhaka captaining the team.
Okay, all right, mate. Jesus.
No, but I do think they will win. For some
Honestly,
reason,
Granit Xhaka was one of the best signings this transfer window for any Prem club.
Yeah, no, might have been the worst. No, I'm saying might have been the worst announcement videos. Or the
Oh god, that was terrible. But I wanted to bleach my eyes after that. That was horrid. But I mean, to get a player of his quality as a newly promoted side is ridiculous.
Outrageous. I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
I couldn't tell if that's just him escaping.
Did this guy not just
actually him like?
Call me? Did he not just finish in the Ballon d'Or like top 30 last season?
Yeah, he did. I think.
And he's
or maybe it was
the
season before. Maybe it was a season before.
He's playing for Sunderland now, though.
I know, it's outrageous. I mean,
crazy, man.
You know, the thing is, I think if we had him in that 23-24 season, we would have won the league. No, I think if he was in the top 30 the season before. But anyway,
yeah.
Sunderland to win. Now, big game. Obviously, it's not a huge game in terms of the match week itself, but this is the North London derby in terms of our podcast. Tottenham, both of us have got 2-1. We think it's going to be tight.
You know us, man. We love to play good against big teams, and then against the little fish, we love to stink it up. Yeah, we're literally.
But I do think you won.
No, we will win. I think we'll win also.
Burnley to get a goal, is that against you guys' defense after you just chatted up the fact that Romero Van de Ven is...
No. It's not going to be Romero Van de Ven's fault. It's going to be like just some like BS like deflection that just like they get a jammy goal somehow and they're going to score after the 80th minute, bro. We love to concede late goals. We love it. They're going to score a late goal. We're going to be up 2-0 and then we'll hold out the win.
I thought 2-0. I think Tottenham would go 2-0 up. But moving on, Wolves versus Manchester City. Pretty simple.
We both have a 2-goal difference win for Man City here. I just have Wolves getting a goal.
Yeah, 3-1. And you do think Wolves will get a goal?
I still think City's defense is a little bit shaky.
Your boy scoring?
No, I don't think Jean Arias will get a goal. I think it'll be like what's his name? Strand Larson. That guy up top for Wolves.
Who's the other guy they got? A Wolf? Wolf? Did they send? Whatever the guy's name.
What are you talking about, mate?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is
whatever. Let's go to the next.
Shit.
Fuck.
Chelsea 1-0 and Chelsea 3-1. Pretty simple. Nothing crazy.
I think Chelsea Chelsea are a weird club. They sometimes play pretty mediocre against these like mid-table, lower level sides, and then against a big club, they'll perform.
I agree. But first game of the season, I think the Stamford Bridge is going to be rocking, which actually it never does. I'm saying it right now. Stamford Bridge is one of the worst stadiums in the Premier League when it comes to atmosphere. I don't give a shit. It is. It's horrible. It's horrible. But
wow.
I couldn't care less. Yeah, I couldn't care less. That's not even the bias in me speaking. It is dreadful. Dreadful. But moving on.
Okay.
I had to drop that in there.
Fair play.
Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. You gone for a win to Forest.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone for a draw, which is weird because we both said Brentford is going to underperform.
First match week. It's the first
match though. That's the thing, and it's hard to predict before you've even seen any football.
Exactly.
And then we've got Super Sunday. Manchester United at Old Trafford versus the Arsenal.
It hurt me
and
a little bit.
And we've got the same scoreline.
It hurt me a little bit to pick it. As much as I might want to see Arsenal underperform, it's going to be a tough game, especially Manchester United. Their attack this season looks very good. Cunha and Buemo,
we have a dreadful
Šeško.
record as well at Old Trafford.
That's true. I still think he'll pull off the win, though.
I do, but part of me, I actually started off by saying we will draw. I wrote that we will draw just because I was trying to be realistic. The fact that we don't have a great record. As much as I think Eucharist is a brilliant signing, asking him to score right away, first game of the season at Old Trafford is a tough ask. He hasn't played a lot of football. He's played... The Tottenham game doesn't count. He's practically played one game with the team. He's trained for, I guess, a month before the... Or not even a month, 2 weeks. It's a tough ask.
It is.
But I do think we'll put it over the line. Despite your request that Gabriel Saliba are not the best Premier League centre-back duo. I think they clearly are. And I think they will hold them out.
At the end of the season, they won't be. They currently are, but they'll get triumph.
You're drunk, mate. Yeah, you're drunk.
We'll see.
Anyway, Leeds versus Everton, bit of a shit show. No one gives a shit. But I think they'll put a lot of draw just because I've got that relegation, like the newly promoted team bias in me.
I just went for an Everton win. Does anybody really care about this match?
No one gives a
No,
shit. Yeah,
no,
who gives
no,
a
I
shit?
can't.
All right. Well, with that predictions, me and Leo have come to the idea that we're gonna do a bet. All right, and
Are we
the
now?
loser has to goon off the other one, and we're saying that
Is this going in the pot? You gonna put this in? I think you might want to edit that one out, man.
ah, for shit's sake.
You sure about that?
God damn it.
Is this just
Oh,
for match week
Grayson.
one? What are we gonna do for match week two?
Oh, for shit's sake. Grayson. Oh, yeah, it gets worse and worse progressively. Oh my God, match. Yeah,
Oh,
imagine game week 38. I mean, that's just
oh
pure. Actually, I don't
wow.
even want to say it. I don't even want to say it.
Ooh.
Wow. All right. Well, anyway, we're coming with a bet, not a bet, just friendly competition. We're gonna keep up a score. Who wins more match weeks? 3 points for the correct result, which means correct score line. 1 point for the right result, I guess, like whether Liverpool to win or not.
Mhm.
Basically, if you've predicted the right team to win or lose or draw, you get a point. Score line is 3 points. Nil point for nothing at all. You've got the complete wrong result. Just leave football before the football leaves you. Now, thank you everybody for tuning in. Any final words, Mr. Guna himself?
Follow the channels. Follow the channels. Two Gooners. It's gonna be. We might need to
I
change
don't
that
know if that
name.
name's gonna stick.
We might need it. We
I
might need
don't
it.
know if that name is
The
gonna
name
stick.
might need to change because I might like companies might see this and they'll like think like, wow, this kid's weird. No, but tune in. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try to do it weekly, 1 or 2 episodes.
Yep.
We'll see, but it'll be fun. It will be fun, and just know that Arsenal aren't winning the league. Pipe down, man.
Piss off.